Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. Today I'm going to go over some of my monthly favorites from March. I know it's already a week into April, but as you can tell, or maybe you can't, I have a little bit of a head cold. I keep getting a head cold like every 3 weeks since I had the vid, and that was back in January, and before that I had not had a cold in years. So I'm sorry for the nasaliness. I will try to keep this short and sweet, and then I'm going to film a haul after this. We are air drying the curls today, and so I can just heat style it later. If that bothers you, sorry. Anyway, I'm wearing almost all of this on my face today. Some of it I'm not. I do not have an item for every single category, but let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with my favorite toner. This has been a favorite toner of mine for years. I love the Pixie Glow Tonic. I just put it on a cotton round, and I'm adjusting the light. I don't know if that's going to help or not. I love it. I've really noticed a difference in my skin when I'm using it. It does seem more glowy naturally. So yeah. The other thing that I really like as a primer and as a moisturizer is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. This is just a little mini, but I love it. I love the scent of it. It just smells like citrus. This is what I'm wearing as my primer and my moisturizer today. And then for foundations, I have several for depending on what my skin tone is at the time, what level of fake tan I have on or don't have on. But this is one that I can use almost any time, especially if I drag it down my neck a little bit and it's like not the dead of winter. It will work for me. You get this at Dollar General. This is the Believe Beauty Foundation. I love this foundation. I need to get it in more shades, but I have so many other foundations. I haven't bought any other shades, but when I run out of this, I will definitely repurchase. I have it in the shade Buff. It does have a pump. It's incredibly affordable, and you can just get it at the Dollar General. Did I pull a concealer? I did. This one is old. I've already pulled the stopper out of it, and then the lid has come off, so it's just like the inner part. Anyway, this is the J-Cat Staysurance Water Sealed Zero Smudge Concealer. I have mine in the shade Buff for this as well. I can use this when I have a fresh tan on, and about right now is as fair as I can get with that one, but I love it. It has a doe foot applicator. It has really good coverage. It's not too drying. I have pretty dry skin, except for around my nose. I can tend to get a little bit oily, but that's the only spot I can get oily is around my nose. For a setting powder, I really still love the Red Aspen Translucent Loose Setting Powder. This seriously makes your pores go away. I have a drawer full of powders over here, and this is the best one. I even have the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores one. It does not do what this powder does, especially if you use it with a damp beauty sponge, but it even does better with just a dry brush. So, has a sifter on the inside. I love this powder. It's cruelty-free, vegan, all the good stuff. And then for a little bit more of a dewy look, I love these two powders. This one it's not readily available anymore, and it's the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer in the shade Reserve Your Cabana. But I love to use this all over my face, either with a damp sponge or brush to add some glow. And then this one is the Jaclyn Luminous Powder in the shade Do Me. I do have this one all over today on top of the Red Aspen powder. I love this. I will repurchase this. I have 3 backups of this one, and I will repurchase. I use them kind of interchangeably. I love them both. This one is more dewy than the Wet n Wild one, and the Wet n Wild one can tend to have a little bit of a sparkle to it. If you're like in direct sun, you can kind of look like a Cullen, but whatever. And then for highlighter, this is my favorite. This is just a mini of the Jaclyn mini highlighter in the shade Iced. This is what I'm wearing today. It's a beautiful champagne-y toned highlight. I use this no matter what shade my skin is. And then let's see, we'll go over bronzer. I don't necessarily have a super favorite bronzer, but I'm always happy when I use this bronzer. no matter what shade my skin is. This is Model Co. Shimmer Bronzing Powder. I really like it. It does have pretty good shimmer to it, but I really like the tone of it. It's a nice reddy brown color. I'm wearing this today. And then for blush, I basically just like a really toasty, peachy blush most of the time. And this is a forever favorite, the Burt's Bees blush in Toasted Cinnamon. You can still get this. This is what I'm wearing today. The only thing about this one, I cannot wear it when I have a fresh tan on. It matches my skin tone a little too much or whatever. I hesitate to show these because you cannot get them anymore, I do not think. But I got this when they were going out of business recently. I was looking for a super deep toasty blush. This is from Makeup Geek in the shade Chivalry. It is beautiful. I go in with this super light hand even when I have a heavy fake tan on, but it is a beautiful, beautiful toasty shade. I guess I could swatch some of these for you, eh? So this is the Makeup Geek one. It's Burt's Bees. This one has a slight sheen to it. And I also, when I have a deep fake tan on, this Makeup Geek bronzer, I thought, I was like, no, that's not going to work for you, but it's beautiful. It's really pretty, especially sheared out. I'll go ahead and swatch the bronzer. I wiped this off on the inside of my shirt sleeve because I'm glossy. This is the Model Co. bronzer. And then I'll go ahead and swatch the highlighter for you too. That's the Jaclyn highlighter. Not the all over powder, but just the highlighter. Okay, and then what else? I'll go into my contour. This is no longer Kat Von D, but I'm sure everybody knows that, or most people know that. It's just KVD, but you can still get this Shade Light palette, and you can get refills for the pans. I love this for contour. I love it for eyeshadow. This is like my favorite go-to. Like, if I go somewhere, I'll bring this for eyeshadow and for contour for my face. When I'm deeper, or kind of right now, I'll go between these two shades for contour on my face, and when I'm more fair, I'll go between these two, and I always use this for my nose contour. And I'll set like my lids with this to go in with the eyeshadow, or these powders for my eye look. It's fantastic. I've had this a long time. I got it at TJ Maxx quite a while ago. It's lasted me a very long time. As far as just standard eyeshadow palettes, I'm still loving the Jaclyn Hill Divine Neutrals palette. It's a more warm tone palette, as you can see. The top is matte and the bottom is shimmer. This one over here does have a bit of a sheen to it, I feel, but the rest of them are completely matte. I used this to set my lids today. I went in with the shade in the crease, buffed it out real good, and then I mixed these two together and deepened the crease a little bit more, and then I went in with two deeper shades and deepened it up a little bit more, and then I went ahead and put this all over the lid again after I was done with all my crease work and brightened it up. I'm going to go and mention one other palette that is my go-to for when I have a super deep tan on, because this shade here, it doesn't maybe look like much in the pan, but it is like my perfect crease color. I don't have to mix anything else with it if I don't want to. It is a beautiful, beautiful crease color for me. I don't think you can find this anymore. This is from Dose of Colors, the Desi X Katie collaboration that they did. But if you can get your hands on this, or if you already have this in your collection, dig it out and try it. Yesterday I did a mix of this one, and this one in the crease, kind of like I did today. And then I just tapped this all over the lid, and it was the most beautiful sparkle, just like a dusting of sparkle. It didn't go all over my face or anything like that. I love all of these shades. They're gorgeous. Okay. And then my inner corners and my brow bone highlight. I'm out of breath because I can't breathe, obviously. These, I go in with both of these almost every single time. Sometimes I will use a face highlight, or if there's a bright shimmer shade in the palette that I'm using. then I'll use that. But even if there is, more often than not, I will go in with these two. This is from ColourPop. This is the Face Highlight in Flexitarian, and then this is a Makeup Forever pigment in the shade 13. I believe it's like ivory. It's the Starlit powder. They are gorgeous. I just go in with a teeny tiny little detail brush for that. I did not pull an eyeliner because I don't have a favorite liquid liner, and my favorite pencil liner is in my haul from Ulta because I had to get a new one because I ran out. So we'll skip eyeliner for now, and we will go to brows. My favorite brow pencil is from Morphe. It's $5 or $6. Shade Chocolate Mousse is what I use, but I ran out. That's also in my Ulta haul. I just have a different brow pencil in right now that I'm trying to use up just because I have it, but I do use this every time I do my brows. It's from NYX. It's the Lift and Snatch brow marker in the shade Ebony, I think, or black, just black. Has a brush tip, and it's what I use to flick up for brow hairs, and sometimes I will even not fully outline my brows, but I will use that to kind of give more definition to my brows. My favorite brow gel is from NYX, but I don't have one of those open right now. The one I have open is from Pixi. It's clear, looks disgusting now, but that's the one I've been using. I'm trying to use up mascaras, but I did just purchase this one. It was on clearance at my Dollar General. It's the Wet n Wild Big Papa mascara. It's what I have on today. I really like it. I have on, I think, 2 coats right now. It's not my all-time favorite or anything. The Pump It Up Maggie mascara is my all-time favorite because it has castor oil and stuff in it to grow your lashes when you wear it. But this one's pretty good. Has an hourglass shaped wand. And then I clearly don't have any fake lashes on today. I just didn't feel like messing with it because, to be honest, when I'm done, I'm taking all of this makeup off. These are the lashes I've been wearing. I will link them below. I believe they're from Kiss. They're really pretty. I did have to trim them left to right for my eyes, but I do love those lashes. And then my favorite lash glue, I've been using this for 3 years now, is from Red Aspen. It's their lash adhesive. It does not irritate my eyes. I wear lashes almost every single day that I put makeup on, which is quite a bit. So I don't have a setting spray or anything else other than lips, and then we'll be done. If I go for a more pinky toned lip like I have on today, I've been using this Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in Pillow Talk. And then sometimes I will go in with either, this is new, it'll be in my haul from Jacqueline. I'll either use the shade Oh Hi, which I think is in my purse right now, or this one is in the shade Empowered. Oh Hi is a little bit more pinky toned, and this one is a little bit more of a warm toned, but they're very pale. I'll just go in with that in the center. And then these are my other 2 favorite lip liners if I'm going for a more tan nude lip. These are from NYX. Depending on the shade of my skin tone is which one I go in with more. This is a deeper shade. It's in the shade, they put so much writing on these, Downtown Beauty, and the other one is in the shade Sandstorm. Find a spot and swatch. This is the deeper one, Downtown Beauty, and then this is Sandstorm. They're both really pretty neutral lip liners. They're not super duper creamy, but they don't really dry my lips out, and they last a good long time. So that's all I have for my makeup favorites. I could have just like randomly picked out a bunch of stuff, but I didn't really feel like it. If you guys are interested in my favorite brushes, I could maybe do a favorite brushes video, but I'm not going to talk about that today. I will talk about my favorite pencil sharpeners if you want to know a tool that I really like, and it's from Ulta. I just ordered a new one. It will also be in my Ulta haul, but I love it. You can do the chubbier crayons and the regular pencils. This comes off, the whole outer part comes off, and you can empty it out and clean it out really good. It's a fantastic sharpener. It's my favorite. I trust it in my purse, so they do eventually wear out, but I've had this one for several years at this point. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little favorites video. It's not very long. I know it's late, but I haven't been feeling well, and I don't need to make an excuse about it, but I just I wanted to get a video up for you guys this week, and I didn't have anything ready to go. I'd been meaning to shoot this earlier. This is just when we got to it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. And until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Oh, no, one more thing. Nails. Nails. These have been a favorite for 3 years. They're from Red Aspen. I am a brand ambassador for Red Aspen, so take that for what you will, but I've been using these for 3 years. They have wonderful neutral shades. This is just white. I've had these on for about a week now. I don't wear gloves when I do dishes. I do fake tan. I do, you know, whatever. So these are fantastic. My big pet peeve with nail polish is like with black, it gets all over the place. With nudes or whites, there's always streaks, and it drives me bananas. So with these, you don't have that problem. All the nail art ones, there's all kinds of different designs. They're all really affordable. They're from $13 to, I think there's a couple that are sometimes $18 if they're like really embellished, but between $13 and $16, and they'll last you 2 weeks, and you can reuse them. So they come with everything that you need, except for an alcohol pad to like dry out your nail beds before you put them on to get any oils off. Anyway, I'm gonna let you all go now. That is really all. I'll talk to you later. Bye.